Rebbe Nachman, he stressed that humility does not mean walking around with your head stooped low and feeling insignificant. That is not true humility. True humility is your feeling between you vis-a-vis Hashem and not vis-a-vis other people. Because just as other people are important in your eyes, so too are you, and you should be important in your eyes if you know your true value. It's like, for example, a doctor who's really a doctor and is really a healer, he should not walking around, oh, I don't know anything, oh, I'm a nothing. That's lying. If he's a real doctor, he knows I heal people, he has to let people know I'm a doctor, I can heal, I have a degree and everything, and not to try to pretend to hide it. That's not humility. So with this in mind, something very important that happens a lot in life is that people feel a type of shame before other people. For example, if you're walking down the street or it's you move over or the other person coming towards over, you can move over out of two reasons, or out of an honest reason, an understood and justified reason. The person is elder, or the person is not well, or it's a woman, a person of the opposite sex, and they're not dressed proper, modestly and everything, and you want to avoid looking, so you move to the side in order to for any of these reasons. That's understood. But you have cases where a person has, unfortunately, a lack of major self-confidence, and he's always the first one to move over, and he dresses it up and justifies it. Oh, you have to respect other people. You know, it's a good attribute to move over. That is wrong, because it's coming out of the attitude that I am insignificant, I am not important, and the person is more important than me. Who says that? This person has more of a right to live more than you? Says who? Why should you be the sacrifice to always feel the one having the lower hand and everyone else is better than you? That is not a Jewish idea. That is not a Torah idea. Humility is between you and Hashem. Period. That means you don't have the right to let anybody, you have no right to let anybody step upon you and to treat you like dirt and to make you feel like you're insignificant and low. No one in the world has the right to do so. And you also subconsciously, you should not develop this attitude and cover it up with a Torah kosher quote unquote attitude. No, it's humility. It's good to be on the side and let people have that upper hand. That's not right, because that only gives them feeling, you see, I'm better than him. And especially when it comes to a person who's religious and not religious, they begin to see these religious people, they're just so weak, and they're weak and they're useless. They don't have anything that's worth looking into. Rather, we have a mitzvah, an obligation to show Hashem, to reflect Hashem's presence in the world in a positive and strong manner. Not to mean like to be tough and everything, but to have what's called self-confidence and to walk around with that attitude that people shouldn't step upon me. This is something very important, because many people tend to use Judaism to justify their feelings of a lack of self-confidence. A person must have self-confidence and self-worth. And humility, true humility, is when you know your value vis-a-vis Hashem. And the attitude that everybody's better than me and everyone can step upon me, that is not a kosher attitude. That's something that a person has to put on the side and realize that you have as much merit to live as much as the person in front of you. And to think that they're better than you is a major blemish. Especially if now you're a religious person, the person is irreligious, it does what's called the Chilul Hashem. It gives them the feeling of an upper hand, that our attitude and our way is proper because we're living, we're okay, and these people, they move on the side for us. That's not correct. Person really needs to know when to exercise the attribute of shame. It has its place, but not when it comes at the expense of one's self-confidence and self-value and self-worth.